Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a review on the iluvsarahii and Dose of Colors collaboration. I mentioned this in my haul and I am intrigued. So I'm not sure what I want to do because this palette does only have 6 shadows. There is a small chance I might be dipping into my go-to 9 shadow palette. If you guys are interested in a video about this, tell me down below because I keep mentioning it, but I never gauge to see if people want to see it. But this only has 6 shadows in it. The shades, oh gosh, Poquito Mas, Sun Glow, Wanderlust, Loungy, Palma, and Finder's Keep. I think I'm going to move myself the other way so the window's casting like this way because I'm about to run out of sunlight. I do also have the highlighter in Soul Mate. Might be too dark. And then I do have 3 of the, I think there were 6 total lip colors. 2 liquid lipsticks in Aesthetic and Nude Chica, and the lip gloss in Barely There. So I'm not sure what lip color we're going to go with because we don't know what eye look we're going to go with. So I am going to switch the position of this camera, prime my eyes, do my eyebrows, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so let's get into this. I have the palette right here. I think I know what I want to do. I kind of want to do like a halo sort of situation. I don't know. I already went ahead and primed my eyes using, ooh, this is still open. Ooh, I almost flung my Shape Tape across the room. I used my Shape Tape in Fair to prime, and I set my eyes with the Hourglass Veil Powder Magic. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start by taking this peachy kind of shade, which is the shade Loungy. I need brush. I'm going to take this Sephora number 73 brush. Gonna pick up some product on here, tap off the excess, and let's go ahead and zoom you in. Wow, we are like up close and personal with my eyeball. Good thing is there's not a whole lot of kick up on these palettes. There's a little bit, but not a whole bunch. That's a good sign. I just want a light wash, so tapping off as much excess as possible. Maybe a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, so that's a good wash. I think it's good that this is in here because it provides some sort of a transition shade between all these other shadows in here. I know I've mentioned this before on my channel, but I'm really interested in doing a how to approach a colorful eye palette. I mean, and I'm not talking about just like a palette like this one, like, I mean like a Juvia's Place palette. Like, what do you do when you get a palette like that? I think that might be kind of helpful. I feel like it might be multiple parts though. I don't know, I haven't looked into it enough yet. I'm making sure to bring this like all the way in too. Here's what drives me nuts. I have more space between my brows on this side. Just a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, but I do. So I always have to, I should always start with my left eye, but I don't, because I don't think it through that far. Okay, this is gonna stay as like my blendy brush. And now what I'm going to do, this one, I'm going to take this, I don't know, it came from BoxyCharm. It's a blending brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Wanderlust down here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit into my crease. Just the tiniest bit. I don't want it to be too intense just yet. So far, I really like these. I kind of like that she did a more fully inclusive palette. I know when Desi and Katie did their palette, which I do love that palette, but it tends to get pulled out as like a finishing palette, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't go seeking that palette out for an entire eye look because it's only shimmers. This palette has 4 shimmers that I think can all be used wet or dry. I might be wrong on that, I'm not 100% sure. But there were no mattes in the Desi Katie, so it made it kind of hard to use on a day-to-day. I'll usually, if I wear that, I usually pair it with my go-to Z palette or something like that. But yeah, trying to keep this color very soft. Very blend. I mean, as soft as I can with it being, you know, a very intense eye color. Okay. This is the part that's about to make me nervous. I did not do my eye makeup beforehand. I mean, my face makeup, because I'm anticipating a lot of fallout on this, guys. I really am. I'm going to take the black shade, which is called Finders Keepers. This is such a gorgeous looking shade. Like, wow. I'm going to put this as a halo eye. Or, maybe. Or should I do the black with the blue, or should I do the blue with the gold? Blue. I mean, I knew I was going to use the blue no matter what. The question was whether the blue is going to be the center. But actually, I feel like that's in the campaign photos. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be doing that because it's the look that they showed. I mean, if we're going to be honest, there's only 6 shadows in here. There's only so many eye combinations you can have with it. But it's at least nice that it can stand on its own if it's, you know, not being used that way. So I'm going to take the gold, this isn't even gold. I'm going to take the blue shade. I'm going to pat it into my outer corners and my inner corners. I don't want a whole ton of this because I think I want more gold, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's do this. I need a shader brush. Okay, we're going to take the end of this end of a Naked Skin brush. I'm going into the shade Palmas, which is the blue. Start on the outer corner. Now it says you can use it wet or dry. I'm thinking wet. What? I mean, to be fair, at least it says, you know, they give you the warning of wet or dry. You know, most companies won't do that. They just leave you to figure that out for yourself. So I'm gonna try and pick up the blue shade again. And I don't know. Okay, I've got a little bit of fallout happening, but that could have also been me brushing that shadow there just now, for all I know. I only want a little bit on the inner corner, not a whole bunch. Here's the problem, I think I took it too far on this side because it's too far past the middle. So I'm gonna bring it a little bit further in than I wanted to on this side. While the halo might not be as big, I'm probably gonna overlap the edges over the blue. Let's go ahead and do the other side. Okay, maybe there was just some weird layer on it because I haven't resprayed the brush and it's working fine on this side. I do think that you've got to go small and build this up. Okay, so those are about even. I'm going to take a bigger shader brush, and this I'm definitely going to wet because I want the gold to be ridiculously vibrant. I might even add, so the gold is called Sun Glow, but I might be adding a bit of this like champagne-y shade, which is called Poquito Mas. So let's go ahead, pick all of this up. I'm just gonna kind of holy crap, okay. Well, and I'm just gonna kind of dust this a little bit along the edge of where the blue meets the gold, meets the orangey red color. Oh my god, that is actually gorgeous. I really like that gold shade. Look at how it catches that light. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of light outside. It's getting dark now. I'm going to respray. Oh shit, I almost dropped that. Now I'm gonna go back into the brush I applied, oh shit. The brush that I applied the blue with. And I'm just taking it, there's not really much blue left, but I'm just going to blend out all the edges. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my face, put on some lashes, and I'll be back to test out the highlight and the liquid lipsticks. Okay guys, so I did my whole face. I'm not doing my lower lash line, but let me just run through everything I put on my face. My foundation is this guy, the It Cosmetics, of all freaking things. I really don't know what's up with me. I do have a little bit of bronzer on, just a little bit. It's kind of hard to see with my orange and white lighting, but this is legitimately the best I can do with no light outside now because it's about to start raining. But I put on my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. My blush is the LA Girl Just Blushing in just bare. My lashes are a combination of the Bad Gal Bang by Benefit and the It Cosmetics Superhero. And my concealer actually is Shape Tape. I was too lazy to go find another one. Okay guys, so first up, we have the highlighter in Sol, S-O-L Mate. Sol Mate. So, I'm gonna take my Sigma F35 tapered highlight. I'm going to run it into here. I really hope this isn't too dark. Oh Lord. Ooh. Okay, now hold on a second. I need to get away from the light. Actually, it's not too dark. It's borderlining it. Like, I'm sure if I really went like uber crazy. So let's look at it on the white light side. I'm just gonna dust on my nose, down the bridge of my nose. And then I'm just gonna really quickly take my powder brush to just tone this down because I went a little bit crazy. But that is actually a gorgeous highlight. I like how it hits a lot. I will admit the Dose of Colors highlights in the pans always look way darker than they actually are. So like if I swatch this on my hand right now, yeah, it's not as dark as it looks. So like it looks a little dark there, like, but there's still some light coming on it. So if I blend it out all over my hand, and here's the other thing, when they blend, they look like that. Look at that, it just looks like a sheen, a wet sheen, and I love it. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly clean my hands off because we're about to swatch some liquid lipsticks and a lip gloss. Probably gonna go with a liquid lipstick, but let's just swatch them. So we have Aesthetic, which I feel like might be a little bit too dark. I mean, it does go. It's kind of orangey. Maybe. These also smell fantastic, by the way. That was Aesthetic. This is Nude Chica, which looks basically like a pale nude kind of color. It's a little bit of a darker nude on me, I think, but still very pretty. And then we have the lip gloss in Barely There. There are two other liquid lipsticks and another lip gloss in this collection. Oh, this lip gloss has actually got some pigment to it. Okay. Screw it, we're gonna go with the dark one. Why not? I don't doubt the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula. It's a really nice formula. There we go. I'm looking very fall, aren't I? This is actually, I could see this being a really big color for me to use in the fall. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so here are my thoughts. I think the lip products are all gonna be great. You have no reserves about getting any of those. I love both the lip gloss. I love the formula of both the Dose of Colors lip gloss as well as the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. Both formulas are fantastic. Can't go wrong. This feels just like their standard formula, so it hasn't been altered in any way, shape, or form because of the collaboration. Dose of Colors highlights, fantastic. No complaints here. Really like this one. There is another one that is darker than this. It's pinkier, like a dark rose goldish color. I think that'd be beautiful for deeper skin tones. I'd say if you're any lighter than me, you might want to hesitate on getting this just because it is a little dark. It's not super dark, but it is a little dark. But I think it's fantastic. As for the Big Kahuna, the palette, this retails for, I believe, $35 or $38. You only get 6 shadows in here. So here's what I'm going to say to you. Is this an absolute necessary, I would die if I didn't have it palette? No, not by any means. I'm not saying it's a bad palette. It is a fantastic palette. I used 4 of the shades in here. The other 2 I didn't use. I mean, I swatched the black one earlier, but I mean, these are beautiful. Like, this is a really pretty champagne pink. This would be great to put on the inner corner right now. Like, I think this is a very usable palette. It also kind of screams fall to me. That's just, this is the color range I live in the fall. A lot of teals, dark colors, warm creases. That's just kind of where fall falls on the beauty community here on YouTube. That's where a lot of people live. I can see this getting a lot of traction for a lot of people in the fall, and I guess in the summer as well. Maybe going into winter, but holidays, I'm mean, the emerald and the gold color are definitely great for those jewel tones that tend to pop out in the winter. But I think the springtime, this is probably not going to be a palette that flies as popular as it should. I don't know how to phrase that. But I don't regret purchasing this. I think this is a great palette, especially if you're someone like me who has a go-to like signature Z palette of some kind that you can pair this with when these colors aren't ticking all the boxes for you. Now, I'd say if there's more than, if there's one color in here you don't like, who cares? I'm not the biggest fan of blacks, but the fact that that is a sparkly black makes me really want to try it. Might do a fall tutorial with this. It probably wouldn't be any different than this look, but you know. I'm not the biggest fan of black shadows just because on my really pale skin, I feel like it can make me look dead sometimes. But I think the rest of these shades are beautiful. I think if you hate more than one shade in here, so like if you're like, I don't like blue and I don't like black, well, I wouldn't buy this palette. What's the point of buying 4 shadows when you're not going to use 2 of them? You know, it's I think one shadow where you're like hesitant like I am about black, this isn't that bad of an investment. The formula for Dose of Colors is very on point. The 4 shimmers are meant to be used wet or dry. I strongly recommend using them wet. Maybe not necessarily the silver one, but I'd say definitely the blue and the gold for sure. The black depends on how sparkly you're really wanting it to come out. But I give this a thumbs up. I think it's a great collection. Congrats to everyone involved. I know collaborations can be kind of a daunting task, trying to come up with something that a lot of people are gonna like. I have so many like collaboration products, it's crazy. But yeah, you know, I think it's great. I like it a lot. So that is it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel down below, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below about how you feel about this collection, if you're gonna try it out, what your favorite shade in this palette is. I'm definitely drawn to the blue. You guys know how I am about blue eyeshadows. Holy shit. The tree outside my window is like bending hardcore. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on social media. Everything will be listed down below in terms of all the places you can follow me. And that is everything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.